Hello. How is everyone? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everyone. All right. This is not going to be a long chat at all. I hope you all are staying dry on this busy Wednesday. But I'm going to get started. So, welcome to Mo Better Living, where we are real, we are raw, we're honest, and we keep everything rooted in God's word. Because it's okay not to be okay. It's just not okay to stay there. So I just want to share a little something from my heart to your ears. And have you ever felt like you had to defend yourself from the lies, the gossip, and even the shade that comes from family? Sometimes the hardest attacks come from the people that's the closest to us, because you think that's your safe place, right? But the good news is you don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to fight every battle, because God has a clap back like no other. And so when I was reading in Numbers chapter 12, there's the story of Miriam and her brothers, Aaron and Moses. And so Miriam and Aaron are talking against Moses because of who he married. That's how it got started. So they talking about who this man chose to marry. And not only did they laugh at him, but they started questioning his leadership, his calling, and even his relationship with God, because they were questioning how close they were. But instead of Moses defending himself, God stepped in and he called a meeting. God calls a meeting with the three of them and made his presence known in the cloud. And reminds everyone, so it was more than just them, but he reminds everyone who Moses was to him. The word says in Numbers chapter 12, verses 10 and 11, when the cloud lifted from above the tent, Miriam's skin was leprous. It became as white as snow. Aaron turned towards her and saw that she had a defiling skin disease. And he said to Moses, "Please, my Lord, I ask you not to hold against us the sins we have foolishly committed." Now, I just want to stop right there. Isn't it funny how that clap that God had caused the person that wasn't even affected by it? Because this is Aaron saying to Moses, "Please, Lord, forgive us." Because he didn't already saw what God is doing. And when he was saying Lord, he's talking to Moses, because that's how they talked back then. So he's talking to Moses and he like, "Listen, I don't want that she got over there. So let me listen. We was just kidding. Forgive us. This was silly. My apologies. Let's get it Forgive me, brother. And so now, but even though Miriam was wrong, Moses didn't rejoice in her punishment. He interceded for her. Ooh, he interceded for her. And in Numbers chapter 12, verse 13, Moses cried out to the Lord, please, God, heal her. What a powerful, that's so powerful. Moses didn't have to clap back because God did it. Because Moses' heart shows us that sometimes, even when people are against us, our response should be prayer and not a clap back. Now think about that. How many of us would have been in prayer, or would we be like, well, that's what they get? You ain't talking against the man of God, that's what you get. Talking against the woman of God, that's what you get. But Moses didn't do that. He prayed for her. And so I just want us to encourage you and encourage me for us not to be, we don't got to explain ourselves. We ain't got to argue. We don't have to prove our worth to anybody because God has the final say. Whether it's your coworker, your supervisor, your family member, or that so-called friend, he sees every word that is spoken behind your back. And when the time is right, he gonna show up. Just like he did for Moses. But the question is, can you pray for your enemies? Knowing God still has, that God is still your defender. He got you. He has you. So here's the self-reflection I want you to think about. Who are you trying to prove yourself to right now? That's number one. Number two, are you letting God handle it, or are you still trying to clap back? Number three, can you pray for someone who comes against you the way Moses did for his sister? We got to remind, that just wasn't the lady that's in the tribe. That was his sister. But can you pray for somebody who's talking against you? I want y'all, normally I'll say, here's the journal prompt. We're not going to do a journal prompt today. We're going to drop in the comments. I don't fight my battles. God does. Drop that in the comments. God does. God fights my battles. You can even just drop God does, because he does. He fights every battle we have. So the next time someone comes against you, take a breath before you respond. Pray instead of react. Stand firm in knowing if God defended Moses against his own siblings, he will defend you against anyone. And if he calls you to pray for them, remember that is not weakness, that is strength. So here's the affirmation I do want you to say with me. I am defended by God. My silence is strength. God always has the last laugh. I pray for my enemies and trust God with the rest. And then closing, just remember God's clap back is harder than anything you could ever do. Really, it is. Let him fight for you. Keep your heart clean and stay focused on your purpose because God got you. And this was just a little something from my heart to your ears. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. All right. Love you all. Bye.